He said, I
So
need
you
your
don't
help.
know who I am. You don't know who I am. So last night, why were you talking about us? He
Talking
says a
about
lot
who?
of loud stuff, but doesn't bring nothing to the table. I've been watching and listening to him. He brings
Okay.
a lot of loud noises, but nothing really, you know.
Okay, well, I've showed up 3 times, slapped everybody around. So, I mean, what do you mean? I show up, you challenge. Like, I'm here to have fun,
so
dude.
you
I
do
don't know
know
what
who
you're
I
getting
am.
so
So you
ass
do
mad
know
about.
who I am.
You're the loud retard on the panel. Yeah, I know. You're the guy that never shuts the fuck up and doesn't say anything of much substance.
Exactly. There you go. That's what you said. So you do listen to us and you do watch us, dickhead.
Oh, yeah, your voice, it triggered something in my memory. Like,
It
oh,
makes
this
you horny,
fucking
doesn't
idiot.
it?
Okay.
Jeremy had
You'll have to forgive me, Brick. I encounter lots of loud idiots like you. It's hard to differentiate them sometimes.
I'm not surprised you fucker. That Discord group in the back was fucking loud.
Mr. E versus whoever he wants.
Yeah, listen to the speak, yeah.
I just, as soon as I get here, I got to do a one-on-one. Okay, I don't care. I don't even know. What are we talking about? You guys pick. I just got here. I'm the guest. Do you want me to pick?
No, there's still got to put 20. No, hang fire.
They want blood.
Which one of you are capable of actually having a fucking debate and not just like spurting out and calling names and fucking dragging interpersonal drama into a fucking what's supposed to be a logical conversation?
I'll try.
Yeah, well, you're clearly not capable of it.
See that? You're just scared, aren't you?
Okay, fine. Brick then. Chat, give us a fucking topic, a real topic.
All right, there we go.
Damn.
All right. Let's get everyone else in the back. Let's get everyone else in the back. All right.
How about this? If you want, you can air all of the grievances you have with me. I'll address them all. We won't even do a debate. I'll just address your personal grievances with me.
Mr. Enigmatic, I really haven't got a Scooby-Doo who you're honestly until the back of the Discord group. And then I looked and I went, that was horrible what you done.
Bro,
that was horrible what you done. You jumped in, you jumped in and you went in for free and you went, no one else is getting in, right? Your name's not down, you're not getting in. There was 6 or 7 who was sitting there and then you went between your accent and the way you speak, I can't understand you, so fuck off. And then ran away like a little bitch.
What do you mean,
this is the next time I get my hands on you. That's
what do you mean,
it.
Ran away.
All right.
Ran away from
How
what?
about this? Do you want to do which is better, America versus the UK?
Honestly, whatever. I don't mind.
Let's have. I
will try and debate.
About how much
I genuinely want to try and debate.
Dude.
No, I want to try and debate you.
Well, I don't know, dude. I'm kind of confused because I came here.
Good.
And then you were like, this fucking guy right here. And then we do a one-on-one, and you're like, I don't even know who you are after I made the same joke, right?
You're the one that said you make people feel uncomfortable, and I've seen it done that to you in minutes. Like,
no,
literally.
I didn't say that. Nish said
you
it.
did.
Ask him. Nish, right there. I make people terrified to be themselves around me. That's an inside joke, by the way.
There's a nervous laugh by you.
This is why you shouldn't get fucking ass mad about inside jokes from a community you're not a part of. Because maybe you're missing the context.
What inside joke?
All right, how about this? What about?
All right, I got to explain everything fucking twice to this guy.
What about the death penalty?
You want to talk about the death penalty? Sure. Which side are you, pro or? I'll take either side. What do you want to do?
Well, that's what I know Brick will do.
Okay, I'm pro death penalties. Anti-death penalty?
I'll have a go of it, yeah.
What?
Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm anti.
Okay, well, I'll give a position. Then fine. I don't think any healthy society. I don't think.
Hang on a second. Wait, hang on.
Yeah. So okay, you're gonna take the side of the.
I'm taking pro death penalty. I'm gonna give you my position.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna drop down though. I'm gonna drop down, and then we're gonna start up the timer. Chat. You got 5. It goes to 5 minutes, 10 to add on a minute, 60 to solo judge. If no one wants to solo judge, it goes to the poll. The loser of the poll will lose their soul. Fighters, good luck to both of you.
All right,
let's get it.
All right, so I'll take the pro-death penalty side. The reason I'm pro-death penalty is I don't think the law-abiding citizens of a healthy society should be forced to bear the financial burdens of housing, sheltering, and babysitting the fellow citizens who cannot uphold the bare minimum moral standards set forth by that society. So when I'm saying death penalty, we're clearly talking about the worst crimes. We're talking about like unaliving and grape and crimes against children and like kidnapping grandmas and stuff like that, right? That's the financial ruination, so like major financial fraud, the kind of stuff that ruins people's lives. So I think to force the law-abiding citizens to actually have to pay to house and feed and take care of these people for the rest of their lives is immoral and unethical. And that's why I'm pro death penalty. And I'm even okay with 1 in 1,000 people that go through it being innocent. It's like, yeah, casualty of war. I mean, that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Shit happens, basically, doesn't it?
Shit happens, right? Also, I would even add to that. So what's the last thing? I kind of derailed myself there a little bit. I didn't expect you to agree with me.
So all right, I'll help you out. I'll help you out. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Honestly, you are.
I know it's a sound position. It's fine. I'll leave it there, and you can give your counter.
Right. So I'm against the death penalty for these reasons. I think they could be put to so much more use worthwhile, because let's face it, if they're fit for the death penalty, okay, and as you rightly say, you've got to look after them, all this shit that comes with it. I think we could, for example, can you imagine how many rich hunters would pay to be put in the middle of Alaska with a death row patient, right, and pay £200,000, whatever, how much the highest bidder, to hunt them legally, and that money could go towards helping the victims, helping other charities towards it. Like, let's face it, they're scum of the earth. So let's not give them the death penalty. Let's make them work off and then just treat them like fucking a cash cow until they die themselves, run them into the ground. So I don't think we should kill them.
These are the. Do you
You
mind?
still got a house. You did have a minute and 11 seconds. I'm not trying to be.
I'll let you go for a little bit. Let me know.
10 more seconds. That's it. I was just 10 more seconds. So basically, we're always going to have them on death row for a certain length of time. Costs a lot of money. It does. So I just think as soon as they get in there, make them pay their keep. So go on. I'll hand it back to you.
Okay, so first of all, the first suggestion, monstrously unethical, right? Like, I personally think making a prisoner stay in like an unhygienic situation, starving them, putting them somewhere that's like freezing cold, making them work themselves to death. I think all of those things are torture.
Well,
and
even for the people you've just said.
Hold on, let me finish the point. I think those things are akin to torture. It's akin to torture. Well, you're not going to be able to respond unless you hear the whole thing. Anyway, they're akin to torture, and it's better to unalive somebody than it is to torture them. It's more ethical. It's like, no, you've committed a heinous crime. We're just going to remove you from society permanently, as opposed to we're going to like torture you and this other stuff, right? Because
I didn't say torture them.
Okay, working somebody to death, is that torture? Yes. Making them sleep in the
freezing cold. We do that in any way. We do that anyway. We work ourselves till we're dead anyway, don't we?
I'm speaking. No, the difference here is I'm speaking literally, and you're speaking figuratively. Humans figuratively work themselves to death. You don't actually work until you pass out every single day at the barrel of a gun.
No,
you know what I mean. There's a major
no, but you say you're putting work. No, I never said that. I never said anything about working yourself till you're deaf at the end of the day and at the barrel of a gun. I said,
well, so these are people who cannot follow the bare minimum.
Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do with them,
standards.
Mr. Enigmatic. No, with them, we'll give them lovely tea breaks. Yeah. We'll give them lovely tea breaks, and we'll make sure they get all the things that they need, right? And they'll have an 8-hour working day.
What makes you think they're going to cooperate? What makes you think the guy who's kidnapping grandmothers is going to cooperate?
That would be when the barrel of the gun comes in handy, wouldn't it?
Okay, so
that would be. Hang on. Listen first, because then they would be moved on to another bracket where if you don't cooperate, then you could be on the scale of you could be hunted for sport, right? And that's a big pair. Have you ever seen the film Hostel?
Now you've turned the entire society immoral. So a society that hunts criminals is an immoral society.
Yeah, but it's
you cannot take a moral How
legal.
Does a society that hunts down people and does
but you're killing them.
things
but
like
you're
that,
killing a human anyway, so that's unethical, isn't it?
I've already told you that I genuinely believe it's more humane to kill somebody than it is to torture them.
You're taking a life. Thou shalt not kill.
We're not torturing them. So what would you prefer, Brick, if I just put a bullet through your eyes, or if I killed you by stabbing you 1,000,000 times with a tiny knife and you slowly bled out? Which would you prefer? You'd prefer the quick and painless method, wouldn't you?
No, hang on a second, because I am into a bit of bondage stuff, but I mean, a little knife could not be a big one.
You're not memeing your way out of this one, pal.
Obviously, I'm going to take the knife on her.
You're going to take the slow, painful method?
Aye.
Well, I can tell that you're a glutton for punishment. Keep calling me out, so.
Obviously, I mean, come on.
I think you've got another 7 minutes of punishment up here, though. You want to keep going?
Hell, is that what we've got? Oh, well, how weird. Let's get comfortable. Let's get comfortable. I didn't even see where we've got. So anyway, I think that we shouldn't kill them. Honestly, I don't.
Hunting somebody is a form of torture. It's psychological torture.
Would you pay for that? Would you pay for that? Right?
No,
seriously.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not an unethical monster. So no.
So you're telling me that there wouldn't be a market for that, though? Like, for example, if you could, if
there would or would not be,
you're not even going to let us finish. They say this is what just because you're a big debate and you'd want to try and spurg over us and filibusters, right? Yeah, I've been learning words.
It has nothing to do with who I am. It has to do with the faultiness of your logic, dude. Okay. And
you listen, you haven't let us even speak me fucking logic. You keep talking over us.
You're starting off on such a faulty premise, dude. Like you cannot enforce a moral standard while being immoral. You cannot have a state...
Immoral by whose standards? So by whose standards are these immoral?
By the society that's established the laws. We're talking about a legal framework.
So if it was moral by other people's standards, would that be okay?
Then we would be talking about a different legal framework in a different country. We're talking about the American justice system within America, or generally...
Didn't actually say the American justice system.
Generally speaking, Western legal systems. Are we both
didn't
not Western
actually
people?
specify America. Just saying, the prompt wasn't America. Okay, so you get your facts
either
right.
way, Western common law. Can we can even use British common law. That's fine.
Oh, even use that. It's fucked up. Honestly, British law's fucked. But anyway, go on.
So it's generally understood that we're speaking in like Western terms as far as Western legal systems work. Yes? So by the ethics under which Western legal systems are founded, you cannot take the moral high ground while acting immorally. And hunting prisoners, regardless of their crime, is unethical or immoral, depending on where you want to stand. I'll take either position. I think it's both, but I could argue either one. I'm pretty sure you're not actually going to disagree. And it's kind of a meme position that hunting prisoners for sport is not. It's not ethical to do. Would you agree with that?
It would be. I would say it would be beneficial in the sense that well, wait there. Like, I'm just if you're gonna let us fucking speak, right? Just shh, fingers on lips, okay? So if someone has done the rape or murder or like you said, a granny robber and this scum of the earth. You're telling me that it would be immoral to do something back to these people, which is only equivalent to what, but also benefit financially to benefit these people that are suffering by it. I don't see why your logic comes in just to go pay for them to be locked up for a few years, pay for them to get the injection or whatever it is, pay for all that shit, and then it's like, what have they put back into the community? They've had their life took. They've been treated like a king while they're on it.
Well, my number one problem with the death penalty as it exists today, particularly in the United States, is that it costs too much. If you have like video evidence plus reliable witnesses of you committing one of these crimes, you should have one trial and one appeal, and then you're just... Look, I don't want to go so far as to say like publicly executed, but something cheap like a guillotine that's quick and painless.
I like it.
Done.
I like it. Yes.
And
now you're getting with it.
We're spending $1 million.
Charge for the tickets, so get the ticket sales to watch it.
Look,
and that
depending on how rampant the crime in your society is, it would be a good deterrent to like publicly televise something like that.
Exactly.
This is what happens, and I'm not against that, but this is. I don't think you want to actually like go down that route because you're just agreeing with me more and more the more we talk, right? So
I might have to stop, but no, I'll start disagreeing with you because you still want to kill these people.
Own side here.
I'm learning. Look, I'm learning, right? But I still really don't think that it's like I say, giving someone a death penalty in the sense that it is now. You know that they put on death row for 10+ years sometimes.
I believe they get 4 appeals process or something like that, and it's
which can take up to how long? Would you say how long would that can take up to?
In my opinion, I don't really need to know the numbers because I'm for shortening
roughly,
it.
Just roughly.
It's I don't know off the top of my head. But it's too long and it's too expensive.
Between 5 and 10 years in it, at least, something like that.
Something like that, yes.
Right. So that length of time, having them housed in a prison while they're doing fuck all but taken from the system, I think that it should be, like you just said, a quick trial, but pay for it. Like, make them pay for it. Like, that's what I'm saying. So the death penalty, it's just...
I hear you, and I agree with you in theory. However, I disagree with you that these people who are committing these crimes are going to be cooperative to the point that they're going to actually earn their
Then
keep.
they get put in the middle of Alaska, right, and get told to fucking run.
Now you're stepping into unethical boundaries. Now you're torturing people. The same thing. We have this argument back in the VC, in the Discord, and people make the island, the prisoner island, like the joke Australia thing, where you just send them to a deserted island. And to me, that's the equivalent of unaliving them, just shifting the guilt or the blood to the hands of the island, which is fake. It's still you. You're still the one who's done it. You send them to the island, you're the one who've killed them. You know, same thing. If I hire somebody to take you out, I'm the one who's done that. You know what I mean? Like, your blood is on my hands as much as it is the guy who pulls the trigger. Like, I don't believe in the ability to easily sweep off personal responsibility of either the individual or the legal system that's making the judgment, which is why I said you cannot take the moral or ethical high ground as a judicial system and behave in either immoral or unethical ways. Of course, those, again, by the standard of the society on which the judicial system is existing.
Now, do you know, I listened to every single bit of that, right?
Well, it makes good sense, and it follows.
I disagree. But for the state, I disagree with you. I still disagree with you because you're too soft.
Where do you disagree?
Because you're going, it's immoral, it's non-ethical shit. Like, where's it immoral? By whose standards? Like you said, society.
By the society on which the laws exist.
But I think, the laws made by who? This is what I'm saying. It's like
by the society on which we're existing in for this hypothetical.
So if I made the laws, would it be all right then?
If you were the king of your society and you determined the laws, then yes, it would be within the ethical framework of your hypothetical system. But that's not what we're talking about.
No, we were.
No, I even stopped and established that we were speaking generally within the parlance of Western legal systems or British common law.
No, that's what you added. You added that as like a bullet point. No, that's not in the prompt. It's not in the prompt. It's not implied at all.
Penalty or it's pro or negative death penalty. Okay?
Right, and nowhere does it state about what region in the world or Eastern European it doesn't say anything about that.
Okay, would you like to discuss this under the morality and ethical systems of like
just
the
like you do
Middle
admit
Eastern
that?
legal
Do you agree
systems?
with this?
We can move over to the Middle Eastern legal systems if you want. However, neither one of us is experienced enough to know firsthand how they operate. So
how do you know that? But how the fuck do you know that? How do you know I'm not living there now?
I'm going to be honest, dude. Even if you were living there, I'm not quite sure you would be the one to grasp the intricacies of the system. No offense. Because I got a feeling you're not living there.
So you know when you say no offense. You know when you say no offense.
Okay, sorry, I meant offense. I was calling you dumb.
Yeah, of course
Brick, I was calling you dumb. I was saying you're too dumb to fucking get the system that you currently live in. So even if you were a fucking guest in the Middle East, you probably wouldn't be able to fucking get that system either.
But listen, how frustrating is it for you to be sat with me, right? Trying to be intelligent of us, right? And I'm listening, and I'm like, well, I do understand you, but you're talking shit.
It's my job to explain things to people, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but unless you've got a crayon, unless you've got a book with crayons, right, and I can draw bonny-coloured pictures next to it, right, I'm going to struggle. So
it's all right, sweetheart. I've got 4 young children. I know how to deal with people who behave this way.
So have I got 4 young children? Well, they're not all young. Fucking 2.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah.
Please allow them good teachers.
I have me. I'm the teacher.
Pierre,
one's an engineer. One's an engineer. One's a bricklayer. Okay. Me 2 youngest ones aren't ready to wear. That's it. There you go. I
didn't realize they were like full adults.
Right back at you. What do you do for a living? Apart from kick people to the Discord fucking back chats. Yeah, I'm getting a bit angry for you that now.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean by, maybe it's the terminology, kicking, talking, what are you saying, like back chats?
Right, sorry, I did. So you know that Discord group? Can you remember the other day when Andrew was live
in the Foundry? Yeah.
Yeah, aye. So okay. I've done my exam right now. The questions, I think I passed that. I'm sure I did because So I got the link, and I was sitting in the back, and there was 6 or 7 other people, and I'd say, I didn't even realise where we were. It was in the back for that. And then you jumped in, and it was like,
Are you talking about the unverified room, like in the?
Is that what? Right, I must look. I'm not. I'm not.
That's what we call it. It's like our quarantine area for people that aren't verified. Yes.
So obviously you didn't know who was in there, but we were all sitting talking, and Eve just came from fucking nowhere and went, right, there's no more space in there for anyone, right? So anyone else is getting in, blah blah. And I said something, and you went, but between your accent and how loud you are, I can't understand a fucking word you say. Okay. So fuck off some, and then you ran away. So I couldn't even say something back to you. So this is now my first time, especially when I heard you last night.
So was that during a debate, and I was trying to screen callers to get on to ask the debaters questions, and you were in the call screening room, which only allows two
I wasn't in a call screening room.
And I was trying to filter people in and out, or was it just?
See, you're asking questions I don't know the answer to. All I know is you were a horrible twat. I'll take your point with that. If you apologise to this, I just want an apology. It's all I want, an apology.
Apologise for what?
Well, just for hurting my feelings.